Hey everybody, I hope you're having a lovely day. My name is Kaiva Rose and I'm here to offer you the astrology insight for the week of December 7th through the 13th. And before I begin, I would like to sincerely thank all of my patrons for all your support. And if you find that you are tuning into these videos on a daily basis and they are helping you, I would sincerely appreciate it if you became a patron. You can go to patreon.com/Kaiva Rose. You'll get these videos ahead of the general public as well as discounts off your readings. So this week, we're being asked to slow down and recalibrate our future movements. It's about allowing yourself to really put together a game plan that is going to serve you. It's about really looking at what are you building? What is the foundation that you're standing on? What is the foundation that you're planning to grow upon? And really asking yourself, is this sturdy? Is this going to support my future? Does society support my future? Does society support the collective's future? These are the questions that we are going to be needing to ask and needing to answer when Mercury is going retrograde in Capricorn. So it's going to be a kind of a interesting time, but during this week, perhaps we want to just slow down and really recalibrate and really say what means the most to us as far as a collective future. What is the best ideal that could happen for us to stabilize our reality? What would that foundation look like? This is about creating that. And when we have this Mercury retrograde, it's about giving us the opportunity to really check in with what is the meaning of life? What is the best option for our collective existence? And so this week, we really just want to slow down. We really want to slow down and just say, like, there's no rush. Let's make broad brush strokes as far as what we want our future to look like. Let's make bullet points as far as what are the important things that we are definitely needing that are necessities for the future. And really just saying, like, check in with the feelings of yourself, check in with the feelings with everybody else, because this is about pulling together with people. This week is kind of like, it can be emotional at times where it's like we cry together because we're, and that's part of building together, is being able to fully connect emotionally with our feelings and saying, like, I feel you, we're together in this, let's build something better. That's kind of what this week is about. So don't be surprised if you have moments where you're crying together with somebody just to build something better, because it does come to this point of, like, we all have to be vulnerable. We all have to be able to see the collective humanity that exists amongst all of us so that we can really create a stable future for us all. And so this is where that Mercury in retrograde gets to be a little bit wild and crazy, because we really have to look at society. I mean, Capricorn is the society is the representation of Capricorn, right? It's like, how are we all existing together, living our roles, and really asking ourselves, is the way that society is put together right now allowing everybody to actually live their true role in this lifetime, or is society kind of short-sighting us and holding us back? We have, Pluto's last phase in Capricorn. So it is an interesting time to see Capricorn being a little bit transformed by that Pluto energy. And so society, oh man, there's so much stuff going on in the world. So let's just plan on focusing on building a better future by focusing on what does the collective need? What does the majority of people need to feel stable, to build upon a better future? Starting this week's astrology report on Thursday the 7th, we have Mercury trine Jupiter. Today is a good day to begin formulating a tentative plan as far as what do you want to expand and grow in your life. It's a tentative plan because this is the first meeting of Mercury and Jupiter of 3. The first one is where Jupiter's retrograde, Mercury's not retrograde right now. The next one is when both planets are retrograde. And then the third and final meeting is when Mercury and Jupiter are both direct. And so in this first pass, it's all about writing bullet points, making broad strokes. It's not about saying, like, I'm going to make a definite line here, I'm going to make a definite line here and say, like, this is the structure I'm building. Don't do that. Instead, really say, like, what am I standing upon? What is the foundation that is going to be most sturdy for me to grow and evolve as a human being and really live up to my role within society? And so it's being honest, but as also today, the Mercury and Jupiter can have us really thinking expansively, having us thinking really optimistically. And because it is the first of 3, and you know that you are going to reevaluate, reassess, and kind of slim down this plan, why not just go all out and allow yourself to say, like, these are the things that I would love to have on my foundation. These are the opportunities that I have missed that I would like to recheck in with, and really just allowing yourself to say, like, I'm going to be optimistic when I create this plan because it is going to get refined. But most importantly, it is about being practical. So you need to look at what are the resources that you have, what are the resources that you need, what are the opportunities that have come up in your life that maybe you didn't take in the past that you would like to go look at again and perhaps pick up. And so this today, like I said, just allow yourself to make broad brush strokes, make some bullet points, and know that this plan is probably going to change. And so you might as well allow yourself to think optimistically. On Saturday the 9th, we have Venus opposing Jupiter. Today is a good day for deep connections and allowing yourself to feel a sense of tenderness, a sense of softness, and a sense of vulnerability, really, because today is almost like a day to cry together, to grow together. It's a day where it's like, let's just get to the bottom of what we are feeling. Let's just come together and really like let our feelings come out fully. Let's let ourselves just express what we're feeling and let it just come to the surface. There might also be an energy today that just kind of feels like, no, we must keep things on this superficial level because we must continue to expand, we must continue to evolve, we must continue to grow. But instead, really allow yourself, when you open up and you share your vulnerability and you share your feelings, it allows you to see that you have grown. Those feelings are no longer holding you back. You've allowed yourself to address those things so much so that you can now share them and open up about them. And so just because today has more of a tender, a more soft, a more wanting to get to those deep connections and feel those meaningful relationships, just because it has that sense doesn't mean that there's no growth happening. It actually means that there's more growth happening, because when you come together, when you heal your feelings, you're able to stabilize that much more. And so don't feel like you have to just put on a cold shoulder today. Instead, really allow yourself to say, like, I'm going to get in there and connect. I want to feel like I am one. I want to feel like I can open up and share because I want to evolve and I want to grow. And part of that has to do with addressing these deep feelings and being able to open up and share them and be a little vulnerable. On Monday the 11th, we have Mercury sextile Venus. Today is a positive day for some creative healing of the feelings, but we want to assert some control over how we are expressing our feelings and what we are feeling just in general. And when I say creative healing of your feelings, what I mean is that Mercury is in Capricorn, Venus is in Scorpio, Mercury is dry, practical, Venus is deep feeling. And so let's find a practical yet creative and fun outlet of how we can heal our deep feelings by really addressing them. So I would say like some open writing would be good, where you just allow yourself to just write out everything that comes to your mind, or allow yourself to paint out everything that comes to your mind, just allowing all those voices in your head to just channel outward, all of those feelings to just come out. And then you can go back and you can look at what you wrote and really start to pick apart and analyze what is happening, what are you feeling. And so today, get creative with how you are addressing your feelings. Don't get bogged down in them. Don't feel like you have to hang on to any old way of belief or any old way of how you used to deal with your feelings. Allow yourself to approach how you deal with your feelings in a new, fun, and creative way, knowing that you don't know everything. You don't know all truths. Maybe you're going to discover something really fantastic and wonderful as far as how you deal with your feelings. And so allow yourself today to just be open-minded, just have fun, write it out, talk it out, and just see that this is going to help you actually heal in a bigger way. On Tuesday the 12th, we have the new moon at 20 degrees Sagittarius. Today has sort of a let's go sort of vibe, where it's kind of this excitement around wanting to explore, wanting to seek truth, wanting to see what else exists in this world, wanting to learn and grow and expand. We have the moon conjunct Mars, as well as the new moon in Sagittarius at 20 degrees. And so we really want to just look at, like, how can we expand and grow our life philosophy? What can we learn? What can we seek out truth in? And so it's about setting the intention of where do you want to explore? What do you want to explore? Really allowing yourself to see, like, I need to upgrade my life philosophy. I need to add to my life philosophy and what the meaning of life is and what truth is this new moon is actually going to be quite helpful with this Mercury retrograde, because Mercury retrograde is going to go back into Sagittarius, and it's not going to come to the same point of 20 degrees. It's only going to make it to 22 degrees. But nonetheless, this new moon can help us set the intention as far as like, what do we feel like we need to help expand and grow our minds so that we can really, come into the role that we are meant to play in this lifetime for society. And so it's allowing yourself to say like, I need to set up the classes. I need to look at class lists. I need to look at flight lodgers, whatever that word is, and go on maybe some trips and just explore new areas. And so this is the time where it's really like setting that intention and saying like, this is how I want to expand and grow, and allowing yourself to move forward in those ways. On Wednesday the 13th, we have Mercury stationing retrograde at 8 degrees Capricorn. Today, Mercury stations retrograde at 8 degrees Capricorn and will be retrograde until January 2nd. So take the invitation to slow down everything. Don't rush anything. It's a wonderful time to just enjoy the universe's invitation to slow down and reevaluate, to really look at the foundation that you are building and ask yourself, is this foundation that I'm building going to last me my entire life for generations to come? Is this foundation that I'm standing upon sturdy enough to support future generations? Is the foundation that I'm standing upon right now stable enough to support my evolution and growth? These are the questions we want to ask ourselves until December 23rd, when Mercury retrograde moves back into Sagittarius. And then it's going to be about what are all the things, all the wisdom that I have that I am not applying to my life? What are all the things that I need to really understand about the meaning of life that I have forgotten? And so this Mercury retrograde is quite profound, because on one level, we are looking at society, because Capricorn is society. We're looking at society and we're saying like, is the foundation that society is built upon sturdy and stable for the future? Probably not. And if it's not, we really need to look at it and be honest. What are the things that need to be fixed? What are the things that need to be adjusted? What is this new foundation that we can build, taking in all this information after Mercury goes retrograde in Sagittarius, where it's like, okay, let's look at what everybody believes. Let's look at all truths. Let's look at what all the collective idealistic, foundation and growth would look like, because that's what Sagittarius is. It's idealistic, and it really is about taking everybody's beliefs, pulling them together in this perfect ideal reality, and then moving into Capricorn and being like, okay, that's not going to work, this isn't going to work, but this will work. And so this is this reassessment of not only our personal lives, the foundations that we're building upon the beliefs that we have, the things that we personally need to explore, the wisdoms that we've personally forgotten about, the truths that we've personally left behind, our beliefs that we've personally left behind, but it's also about looking at society and saying like, okay, we really need to take some truth and move it forward into society, and really say like, society is not functioning the way it ought to, because the foundation is rotten, and it's rotten, and this Pluto and Capricorn is making it so extraordinarily clear that it is rotten, because Pluto wants us to change that foundation, and Pluto's moving on into Aquarius. And so let's just take this Mercury retrograde and really look at the foundations in our personal life, really look at society, and we have to collectively say like, your idea is right, my idea is right, let's try to put those ideas together and make something wonderful happen. And so this Mercury retrogrades are not a bad thing. So don't let anybody tell you that. It's an invitation from the universe to actually just slow down, because Mercury is a very quick moving planet, and so many things have passed over this past few months, this past year, this past few years, and we really need to pull the reins and say like, okay, what are we building? Like, what is this future that we're building? What are we standing upon? What is this foundation, right? So this is some time of honesty. And so don't make any rash decisions as far as what you're committing to. Really look at all the options and really say like, is this right? Does this actually support me? And so, yeah, enjoy the Mercury retrograde. Don't let it get to you. It's going to be, if you try to move fast, the universe is going to correct you. So just slow down, and just if shit hits the fan and things go crazy during Mercury retrograde, just look at the opportunity that's being presented. Maybe if you would have sent that email where you were super angry, maybe if that email actually went through, it would have been a bad result, but because Mercury's retrograde and the email didn't go through, things turned out great. So slow down, really be mindful of everything you're doing, be mindful of how you're thinking, and really be mindful of what you're building upon for your future and society. That's all for this week's astrology report. If you'd like a personal reading, you can contact me at 11kaivarose33.com. If you'd like to support my work and become a patron, you can go to patreon.com/Kaiva Rose. If you'd like to follow me, you can follow me on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. And other than that, I wish you all a blessed day, and please do make sure to like, subscribe, and share these videos.